Well, joining Satish Manishinde in the studio is Sohail Seth, Managing Partner of Counselage. Thank you very much, Sohail, for coming in. Paranjoy Guhatakota, Senior Journalist and Author, joining me from Delhi. Also joining us is Mahesh Jethmalani is joining us, and Vijay Agarwal, Shahid Balwa's lawyer in Delhi, is joining us. We were expecting Renuka Chaudhary of the Congress Party. I'm not sure if she's joining us. We will hope she does in some time. I want to throw it open to you first, Sohail. You know, this whole 2G issue, it has become bigger. We thought, and there were some people who wanted us to believe it is limited to Raja. Now we are seeing other political parties being spoken about. I'm not taking the names. Other corporates, you know, payoffs. Now we are in the real story of the beneficiaries. Can this story be covered up?
Not at all. And in fact, the real story is not the beneficiaries. The real story is how things actually work. And you know, Satish refused to take the names. And you're right, you can't take names on national television unless you have evidence. But the fact is that it's all now coming out. That you have a situation where political parties are using business houses as fronts. Business houses are willing to comply. And as I said on your channel on November the 18th, it's time that corporate India stood up and be counted. As the bureaucracy, as the politician. Because it's a pyramid of deceit, disgust, and despicableness.
But where is the accountability in corporate India? I mean, we almost thought corporate India got away.
I don't think so. I think Shahid Balwa is only the first salvo that has been fired. And here, no matter what we keep doing about bashing the government, we have to be firm about one thing. I think the government has finally shown that there is some firmness. I only wish, and I can say this through your channel, I only wish that Manmohan Singh now addresses the nation and talks about these issues rather than maintain a stoic silence. I think what Kapil Sibal did by actually being transparent today, I believe the CAG gentleman has said that, you know, the figure was erroneous. So I think a lot of transparency, a lot of honesty and a lot of purpose is finally coming through. But it should see its conclusive end. And as I said on your channel, you need separate courts, you need swifter justice, and you need these people to be locked up with the keys being thrown away.
Okay, let me go to Paranjoy Guhatakota in our studios in Delhi. Has 2G scam part 2 only begun, Paranjoy?
Yeah, the story has just begun, Arnob. The question everybody is asking is, what was Dr. Manmohan Singh doing for 3 years when right under his very nose one of his own cabinet ministers was ripping the exchequer? You know, Mr. Satish Manishinde has given a lot of importance to what Mr. Kapil Sibal said. You know, he has tried to trash the Controller and Auditor General's findings, which says that the actual presumptive loss or the notional loss to the exchequer could vary between 66,000 crores to 176,000 crores. But Mr. Kapil Sibal says there was actually no loss. Or so he claims. The question then would arise is, why is Mr. Raja behind bars if there was no loss to the exchequer? Why is Mr. Siddharth Behura, former telecom secretary, behind bars? Why is Mr. Chandolia behind bars? That is a question that needs answering. Second point, as Mr. Satish Manishinde himself pointed out, and I agree with him, Mr. Satish Balwa should not be singled out. All the beneficiaries of the Spectrum scam should be given equal treatment. It is a fact that a company like Swan, a company like Unitech, all they had by way of assets was this piece of paper called a license. They really had no other assets. But then, this paper is so valuable that there are foreign investors, including Eutelsat, including Telenor, who are willing to pay 7 to 10 times that amount of money which was paid by the Indian promoters for that same piece of paper, also called a UAS or Unified Access Service License. So clearly, there is much, much more than meets the eye. So and I think, as the Supreme Court earlier pointed out, it is time that the CBI be given a free hand to investigate the case. Supreme Court has further suggested that maybe a separate court be set up to investigate all the issues pertaining to the scam. And I think it's very important, and I quote here what the Supreme Court bench said. We have a large number of persons who think they are above the law. The law must catch up with them. Merely their being on the list of Forbes millionaires does not make any difference.
Okay, we are getting responses.
Very significant.
I think getting responses to you, Sohail, and then
I think Paranjoy's point about there being a larger scam and this being Chapter 2 is fine. And it's admitted. The reality, Arnob, is that this shows very clearly, to my mind, a certain determination on the part of the government. Now, many channels are saying it's too little, too late. Let's cast that aside.
No,
I don't think Satish's defense, and he is a brilliant lawyer, I don't think that defense is valid, that why is only Shahid Balwa being targeted. I'm saying target everyone. No. Put everyone behind bars.
No, but you see, then, Satish, I want you to come to that.
I just want to give facts and figures. Tata Teleservices got in Docomo into the picture. They sold 26% equity at 10,000 crore, which was valued at 10,000 crores. So why is Balwa being singled out? Because
there is a money trail.
Is it because he doesn't have a large company like the Tatas?
That's what you're saying.
Or is it because he doesn't have a large company like Singapore Telelimited?
No, because there is apparently...
Why are you trying to stifle a guy who has come up in life on his own?
One minute. Let's not get emotional about this
I'm
argument,
not trying to get emotional.
Gentlemen coming in for a second. I want to get everyone in. Mahesh Jethmalani, I want to get him in. He's smiling out there. Let's not... I want to say here first, Satish, let's not get emotional about it. Let's be very clear. The talk is here of a money trail.
The telecom minister of the country as of now has said that there is no loss. So let's go by it.
No, you can't. Is that a valid enough point that the telecom...
It's a valid enough point. He is a senior cabinet minister.
So the telecom minister says there is
He is one of the better lawyers than all of us here put together.
I think the larger issue, and let Mahesh, because he's
also... Why is Mr. Raja behind bars then?